Hey, our special guest is now connecting from Croatia to share important information for our community. Hello, Dr. Bishu Durga. Welcome to Energy Matters.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
In order to start, please tell us about yourself.
I'm from both Suriname and Guyana. I was born in Suriname, grew up in Guyana. My family has always been on both sides of the river that separates the two countries, so I belong to both countries. We are both countries are still developing, and I do plan to live in this region. I do plan to live in Guyana and Suriname, and I have been able to do well for myself as a mechanical engineer. My first degree is in mechanical engineering. My PhD is in strategic management and entrepreneurship. So I have been able to do well for myself, for my own team, for the companies that we work with. However, we want to ensure that these economies transform into developed economies, into developed countries. And I personally am very passionate about that. Our team and especially the members of the Suriname Guyana Chamber of Commerce, of the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association, are all very passionate about ensuring that our countries become developed countries. And that passion drives me every single day. It is how we came up with the idea of bringing along a massive business to business conference that helps people understand what the opportunities are and how the investments can take place. Because if people keep looking at Guyana and Suriname remotely, they may never make a choice to get started here. Or if they come to one of these countries and they don't have the discussions with the policymakers, the movers and shakers, the credible people in our country, they may never decide to do something in Guyana. So we see it as our responsibility to put interested and credible partners together so that they can invest in our countries, but also create jobs. Our people also need to have a much better life. They can only have a better life if they are able to be trained and get higher paying jobs. When they get higher paying jobs, more taxes are being paid to the governments. We expect the companies to be very profitable. That will also result in taxation that goes to the governments. All of this can then allow a government to provide even better services to the citizens of the country. And we believe that the faster we can move that along, the more support we can provide to that framework, the faster we'll be able to move our countries here from a developing country status to a developed country status. And that's what drives me and all the members of our team every single day.
Thank you. Now I understand why you love Guyana, Suriname. Why? Should the world look at the economic potential of Guyana, Suriname right now?
Both Guyana and Suriname are really emerging as global investment hotspots, especially because of their strategic locations. They're both located on the north coast of South America, just above Brazil, and have easy access to CARICOM. Both of them are CARICOM members as well, which means that there is duty free access to the entire CARICOM market, but also much easier access to both North America and Europe. So that's a very strategic location. Both countries have abundant natural resources. More recently, we are known for oil and gas, but both countries also produce gold and bauxite and many agricultural products as well. We have a stable political climate. So there are a lot of opportunities in various sectors, especially manufacturing, energy, agriculture. Guyana is going through an infrastructure boom right now. So, with the economic growth that is currently taking place, I think Guyana is definitely an attractive destination for regional and international investors.
Besides the energy sector, the people knows about Guyana for the development in oil and gas projects. But what other sector of the economy are invited to participate?
Almost every sector in Guyana is booming. This, of course, was started by the large oil and gas finds by the major operator in Guyana, which is expecting the fourth floating production, storage, and offloading vessel in Guyana later this year, early next year, that will move our production even closer to 1 million barrels per day. We are also processing the gas that is produced in these fields, and this gas will be used to generate electricity. And in Guyana, as soon as that process starts, sometime next year, we expect the energy prices to drop by 50%. With Guyana having an abundance of primary resources from agriculture to bauxite and now access to lower cost energy, we expect the manufacturing sector and the agro processing sectors to really be massive opportunity areas for Guyana. Besides that, we are also going through a construction boom. Both the public and private sector are investing massive amounts of money in developing the needed infrastructure. And of course, you have areas such as health, education, security that are also really being invested in right now. And we are still a developing country. So there are many, many gaps in the market that need to be addressed and many opportunities to do so.
Last week, I saw news about the cooperation agreement between Guyana and Suriname. Could you tell us about this agreement, Doctor, please?
Yes, just last month at the Suriname Energy Oil and Gas Conference, both investment agencies actually participated in the signing of a memorandum of understanding where they will both work together in strengthening the investment climate between both countries. Of course, Guyana has an investment agency that has been around for decades now and has developed significant capacity. Suriname's investment agency is a bit newer, and a commitment has been made, especially by Guyana, to provide support where possible, where requested, to the Suriname investment climate. The head of that agency has also indicated his interest in using the Guyana pathway as a roadmap. And this is the level of cooperation that we are encouraging between private agencies, but we're very happy to also see this level of cooperation between public agencies that we expect to really provide support to us as private sector entities in both countries.
How is the country preparing to generate a reliable environment for investors?
Yes, the country itself, it's ensuring that there's a very robust and investor friendly environment through, of course, transparent governance, good regulatory frameworks, and investments that the public sector is making as well. Both countries are heavily focused on enhancing the ease of doing business and providing incentives. Our International Business Conference, for example, is heavily supported by the Guyana Office for Investment and the Suriname Investment and Trade Agency. And both of these agencies have a massive responsibility in ensuring that there is a clear framework for investors to understand the incentives that are possible, but also to work with these investors to take a look at what waivers can they be able to access, if they qualify for tax holidays, if they qualify for support with identifying lands that are available for their investments. So there is both of these agencies will be present as well at the IBC and focused on delivering the level of support that will be expected by all the visiting investors, the regional and international investors coming into Guyana and Suriname.
Okay, doctor, to finish, it's time to the three W's of energy matters: when, where, and why.
Well, Definitely, the when is from the 15th to the 17th of October. The where is at the Guyana Marriott. The first edition of the International Business Conference will be held in Guyana at the Marriott. The why is because there are so many opportunities that exist where in Guyana we do have we have a really good environment. We have access to an investment framework. We have access to the land and in some cases the labor that is needed. But what we do need from the rest of the world is specific expertise, intellectual property. Um, we have a big gap in terms of the new and evolving industries that are taking place. And capital is still also a problem in many developing countries, including our own countries. So we do need companies and investors who do have capital and the knowledge of how to deploy that capital in the most efficient way possible to come and either invest directly or get involved in a joint venture. We even have the opportunity as well to put together a consortium where multiple companies can participate, multiple local and foreign companies can participate in pursuing market opportunities as well. So I think those are some of the areas that we want to serve. And at the conference itself, we will be providing information from both the public and the private sector in how to do business in Guyana, and then really focusing in on manufacturing because there's so much opportunity there, but also taking a look at areas such as mining and infrastructure and technology because they are connected. And we want to ensure that the investors have a good view of a wide range of opportunities that are available. Of course, we will be offering business to business meetings as well, business to government meetings, so that the investors who are coming in can really meet the 5 to 10 connections that they really need to have conversations with in order to make their investment decisions, in order to get sufficient information in to move things along. And all of this will be backed up by networking activities, cocktail events, site visits where they can also explore the country and understand some of the strengths, but also some of the areas of improvement that we have in Guyana.
I want to finish with a friendly invitation to every single people to see the video in the future to Guyana in October.
I would like to encourage everyone who's watching this particular video to just do a little bit more research on Guyana and Suriname. Go to the website, Guyana Business Conference. Take a look at the agenda. Take a look at all that we've put together for you. Think about who you want to meet in Guyana. You may not know the names, but you will know the ministries. You will know the types of companies. Make a list of that so that when you register with us as a partner or a delegate, you can inform us. These are the type of people we can meet. Because other than these people being speakers, we also want to have the people you want to meet in the B2B rooms meeting with you so that you can get to have all your questions answered. You coming to Guyana and understanding what we do, being able to understand how you can invest here, goes a long way in transforming our region into one that is very proactive, progressive, and a great place to live and work as well. So I do encourage you, take a look at the information, get registered very early. The early bird rates for registration are up to August 9th. So please make full use of getting in at a very low cost as well for the value that we will be providing. And to the companies that want to come on as partners as well, reach out so we can see if it's a good fit. We want to make sure that partners are exposed to the 500-600 delegates that will be present at the conference that can really add a lot of value to them. But, research Guyana and Suriname so that you can really see all the opportunities we have here.
I will see you there. Thank you so much, Doctor, for this wonderful time. And remember, community, we are Energy Matters. We love connecting industries with decision makers. Bye bye. See you in Guyana.